Welcome to our international podcast, Below the Belt. Who vex, lose. Who vex? Is the always who vex. We out here, people. We outside. Yvonne Rodriguez. Blessings to you as well, Yvonne. Yvonne says, blessings to my people. Blessings to you as well, Yvonne. We trust that you guys are great. We see Claire Capel has joined. Yvonne. Yep. Some people like to follow you, though. Claire Capel, a very good afternoon to you. Trust that all is great where you are. Trust you've been having a fantastic day, putting in the work and getting the reward. Good to have you, Claire and Shirley and Juice and Tendry. Good to have you too. Welcome, folks. Welcome to our international podcast, Below the Belt. Welcome. How you guys are doing out there? If it's Thursday, it's the state of the region at this side. We're going to be talking about a couple of things happening in a couple of the regions. Folks, it's May, June. And June is pushing on. We've passed mid-month. Yep. In a big way. We've passed mid-month and we are also past three-quarter month. Is it? It's the 23rd, folks. It's the 23rd. The 23rd day of the month. And guys, we're happy you're here. Sukchan Sudhari is outside. Derek McCalmont is here as well. And Roxanne Aaron and Sherman Jackson is here. Pauline John is here. Ingrid King. Edward Gonzalez from the Bronx is here as well. Marilyn. Good to have you, Marilyn King. All the Kings are here. Good to have you folks here. Good to have you guys here. Good to have you folks here. Good to have each and every one of you guys. We trust that you guys are great and all is well at your end. All is well at your side. Great to have each and every one of you here, folks. June Chase, how are you doing, June? Sharon Murray, how are you doing? Claire Alexis, Charmley Richmond, Magnell Barrow. Rock and come in, Magnell. Claudette Barville Lewis. Claudette, I ain't seen a little bit. Claudette, how are you doing, man? Claudette, I ain't working at courts, you know. Why you avoiding me like that? Wherever you owe me, I forgive you. Laurette Jacobs, what? Roxanne Aaron, how are you doing? Gloria. Welcome, Gloria. Sabina Jacobs, good to have you, Sabina. Carol Hudson, Gwyneth Anderson, Paula Mattis. Good to have you, beautiful folks here. Candiline Inderjeet, say there. Should I reach, folks? Carol Hudson, good to see you. Guys, good to have you, beautiful folks, on the live. Good to have you guys here. Trust that all is good with you. Yep, we trust that all is good at your end, folks. Nice time, my people. Nice time. Trust that lunch is going great. Maybe you're just having some tea like me. Maybe you guys just having some tea bag tea like me. Lisa Pitt, how are you doing, Lisa? Lisa says boots on the ground. Anybody see Alia Waldron? Alia, all the same people boots on the ground and she lock up hiding. Alia, how things by you? Anybody see Sue? Alia, talk to us. How are you folks doing out there? How are you good people doing out there? Desiree Manuel. Flora Jacobs Ward wants to know what's popping. Could somebody please respond to Flora for me, please? Please. I don't want to pretend I didn't see Flora's comment. She wants to know what's popping. And please don't respond to Molly. Please do not be facetious and respond the Molly. Look how many of you are on the live, folks. My Lord. It's more than 100 strap. It's more than 100 strap onto the live. Where is Sue? That's the question. And that is the question. Where is Sue? I saw that question. I won't pretend I see it. I saw it. Yvonne Ramasar, how you doing? Vanessa Seymour. Savitri Zal. Kurt Heideken. How you beautiful folks doing out there? Good to have each and every one of you folks. Well, the region's messy, guys. A lot of flood happening. The install regime doing little or nothing to alleviate the sufferings of Guyanese people. Them boys from Bartico. Kevin Bravo, how are you doing? Good to have you here, Kevin. Good to have you here, Kevin. Good to have you here. And we're going to be looking at some of the things happening in Madhya. Oh, there's a pedestrian in this administration. There's a pedestrian. You know, the fellow want to tell us so many people asking him, and they got looking into so many issues, but like this, them doing nothing. I get a sneaky suspicion like them boys ain't doing nothing. Because if so many people complaining to us, who complaining to them about the state of affairs in this beautiful country of ours? We're going to fight them, the jagabats and trench crappos, the tadpoles and the cricketers, the scarecrows and the carrion crows. We're going to fight them, the vultures and the jumpy birds, the ringworms and the tapeworms. Full animal farm, people. Full animal farm. Fat Girl Hendy, Ramon Jones, Hula Lafferman Rubens, we may have a guest or two dropping by, folks. Gloria Gordon, how are you doing out there, folks? Don't leave you have asked to share the live. We big, we big. Let me act the part. We big. Paulette Hawkippins, how you doing, Paulette? Daphne Aaron, I see you there, Daphne. Yolanda Bob Semple. Desiree Manuel. Boom, 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 boom. Good to have you folks, guys. Lots of stuff happening in the regions that we wish to draw to your attention. We are so happy that each and every one of you here with us. We're so happy about that, folks. We're so happy that each and every one of you chose this time to spend with us. We're looking at the state of the region, my good people. That's what we're talking about, the state of the region. Lots and lots and lots happening, guys. Lots and lots and lots happening. And we're going to be keeping you guys posted, up to date, in live and living color. We're going to be keeping you guys posted. Yep. And take my word for it. You're going to like it. Take my word for it. You're going to like it. Or as a Trinidadian say, you're going to like yourself. Right? We can give you information in a big way. Marlon Thomas, you're going to like yourself. You're going to like yourself. Folks, if you're living in a region in Guyana that's affected in some way by some situation you want us to know about, hit us up on a voice note. Only those people. We're discussing regional issues. See, y'all don't come around with funny. If there are issues in the region that urine is affecting you, rock and come in. Right? Rock and come in. Don't let me hold you back. Again, we're going to be touching on some issues. We're going to be talking with a guest or two. And we're going to be moving things right along, folks. Moving things right along. All right. How you doing, people? How you doing? How y'all doing? We hope you're fine. We hope you guys fine and dandy. Good to see each and every one of you guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Trust that all is well at your end. Pulling up one bit of information that I need. And then we're going to be with you lovely folks. Yep. Folks, a lot of stuff going on in the regions in Guyana. A lot of stuff going on in the regions. We're trying to monitor. We're trying to cover as best we can. And one of the things we're following, you know, there's so much happening. So much happening. For instance, in a place called Caramaro Hill. Lots of stuff happening. The whole road there, folks, washed away. And the guys have been asking the regime for some assistance. But they're slow, they're slow. You know why? They're having too many meetings with the wrong set of people. They don't have time with the people of Caramaro Hill. That's the real problem. All right. We're told this is on the UNAMCO trail. And a huge piece of that trail has been washed away, folks. A huge piece. But with them boys there, you know what the people at Caramaro Hill got to do? You know what they got to do? You're getting it. You're getting it. Call Sue. Right. He will know what to do. UNAMCO Caramaro Hill, UNAMCO Trail. Huge piece of the road washed away there. Folks, you know the season we were in, and we've had it, I think, a little bit more than the other times. Notwithstanding last year, April, May. Notwithstanding that, you got a lot of stuff happening in the regions. We're circling back to Region 8, folks. We're circling back. We're circling back. And so the first thing we want to point out is what is happening there at the UNAMCO Trail, Caramaro Hill. Them boys taking their own sweet time to come to the people. Hazel Stevens, Brenda Braffett is too missing. It's true. Taking their own sweet time. Own sweet time. Good to have each and every one of you with us, guys. Good to have each and every one of you. You know, I don't see the notation here, and I really want to find it to give you guys valid and credible information. But the guys are going to tell us in which region exactly do we find Caramaro Hill. I don't want to call the wrong thing. The guys are going to tell us. I'm thinking it's region 9, but I'm not. I want to be absolutely certain. I'm looking at the photograph. A huge piece of that road has been washed away. Again, it is hardship upon hardship. You know them boys can do Roxanne, Odessa? Hmm? Them boys can say, take a half pack of chung min. Take little salt beef, quarter pint split piece. That's it. You don't worry your pretty little head about Caramari Hill and Udamco Trail. Don't worry yourself about that. You find a corner, make yourself happy with your chung min, your salt beef, and your split piece. Yep. Got some other stuff happening as well. We are following, folks. We're following some other stuff. For instance, what's happening there in Leguan? This is Region 3, Essequibo Islands. The folks are complaining there. The roads are becoming, in some of the areas, almost impassable. Given this rainy season, this says 2 years. Right? 2 years. Then see no progress. I see Margaret Nelson asking me with salt beef. Asking where's salt beef? I can tell you just now. Just when we ask me who is who. The folks in the road are bad in Leguan and they need help. They need help. One at jail. Dear that in there. Since dear that come in, building a big mansion over there in Region 3. It ain't finishing. They say you gotta get golf cart to drive around the mansion. Golf cart, you can be walking for 2 hours and you'll be here entering. That's how big. That's what the folks say. That's what they're alleging. Building the house since he come in. The house ain't finishing. All right. Some folks have got huge swimming pool, helicopter pad, retractable roof, and all kind of fancy things. We waiting for Indar do the opening. We'll still be there. But the folks in Leguan, they're complaining. They say they want piece of good life too. They say only some people, the guy is saying, are benefiting. And others, not so much. No. Only some friends, family, and favorites. Friends, family, and favorites. Folks, we turn your attention to Port Kaituma. The Arnock. The folks say they're the regional hospital. They say the roads, they leave much to be desired. I just want to know what edges do when the day come. Huh? You can't just count the offering all the time. Counting the tithes and the offering all the time, sir. We got to find time to do the government work. So they're telling us here at Port Kaituma District Hospital. Bacchanal. If you see the road. Good people. If you see the road. It leaves much to be desired. We're talking about right in front, 90 side street, number the back part, right in front, Port Kaituma District Hospital. Dear that, your name calling. Them boys didn't see in a long time. So long we ain't see you. That's what them boys telling us. And this road here needs some urgent help. If this area got an ambulance, same problems, you know. If the ambulance got pick you up from anywhere to navigate this road here, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Mm-hmm. Alfred Goodman, good to see you out there. Anthony Christian and Mala Pandey. So that's what's going down at Port Kaituma District Hospital, right in front. Them boys in care. And then we turn your attention, guys, to Madia. Madia, the folks say it needs a lot of attention. This government, you know, wasting time in clearly some very unproductive meetings. So we understand why help and relief has not been coming to the people in a manner that is fitting, that is acceptable. That's the trouble we got. Then too many waste time meetings. Right? If Sue got people to invest, Sue got the money, the people got the money, why they got to meet with Jack Dio? That thing not adding up to me. That story making no sense. That story making no sense at all. Whatsoever. Total confunction. Nonsense. Manga the gall and the demerit and the gumption. Right? And he said he got to be the portfolio minister. This listen to everybody problems. But what time you can do your own work? What time? What time you can do your own work? Look. Some of y'all know y'all able. Some of y'all know you're able. We're going to be talking with a representative out of Mad in just a second. Just a second. We're going to be talking with a rep. If these guys, as they claim, GT Root Girl, if these guys, as they claim, they're fixing a set of problems every day. Right? They're fixing problems every day. Why this country looking the way it's looking? That mind boggling for me. Why it looking the way it's looking? Every day they're claiming, we fixing problems, we're doing this, we're doing that. All right. Let us accept for hypothesis that might be so. That's like y'all not fixing nothing. That's the trouble we have. Like they're fixing nothing. That's what the fella told us recently. Busy fixing the problems of Sue. Giving Sue all the support. So much for the rest of us. So much for the rest of us. So Mad is experiencing a lot of flooding, folks. Mad experiencing a lot of flooding. You show me one PPP minister who was flood since they come into government. Show me one. But soon's rain set up. People place flooding out. Soon as rain set up. People place flooding out. So here you are by recently. All the things he's doing, we don't do and so. Let's see if we can get that. Are we going to get that? Total confunction nonsense.
to what actions I'll take. I made it
Oh
clear
yes, he ain't finding so.
that if what he Sue said in his statement was not accurate, then I take legal action. The people who is ripped off can take criminal action. I'm going to take reputational action. I'm going to sue him. And I made it clear. I think it was Marcel who asked me whether he'd be a tenant of mine if I find out that he's actually said some of these things. And I said once that comes out to the contrary, no longer. And I'm looking to him to throw him out, looking for him. Can't find him so far, but as soon as I find him, this will happen. And so that is all I want to say.
Yeah, yeah. Looking for Sue. Maybe Sue and Mario. Maybe Sue and Mario. Could be. It could be. He's looking for Sue. He's looking for Sue. Let's see how that goes. Let's see how that goes. He said he's looking for Sue. Let's see how that goes down. He looking. Looking. Oh, Father. Y'all think them boys easy? All right, let's see if we can get our guests. Pull in we guests and talk the things. State of the region, folks. Want to give you a good sense what's happening in this country. The foolishness them boys doing. Want to give you a sense of what is happening. You hear a little ringing, don't get too confused. You guys hear a little ringing, don't get too confused. That's what I'm saying. All right, so let's get a sense from. We'll be talking with one of our MPs out of Madia, Richard Sinclair, man who's down the ground. Apologies for that little ringing there, folks. Let me turn it down a little bit. Turn it down a little bit. Remember, this signal gotta go far, right? All right.
Officer.
Richard, a very good afternoon. Welcome to our podcast,
Good
Below
afternoon,
the
sir.
Belt. Welcome, 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 Richard. How are you doing?
Welcome, sir. Fear.
Great, great, great.
Everything is
We're talking about the things that are
very
happening.
thanks for calling.
We're talking about the things that are happening in Madhya. The audience have been waiting to hear from you. Talk. Let's talk. Let's start our conversation by talking a little bit about life in Madhya. Tell us about Madhya, the folks who've never been to Madhya before. How are
Well,
things going in Madhya?
where should I start? Let me say good afternoon to the folks that are listening and happy belated Friday day greeting to all those who have their fathers and so.
Hmm.
Um, Maja moved from what used to be a landing to what is now a township,
Hmm.
and that was done under the blessings of the APNU. So
Great.
that there's this transitional period that we are now in from what used to be a landing to what is a township. So we have to work with the regulations that should govern township.
Hmm.
And our present mayor is one is worship Mr. Adams, David Adams. The deputy mayor is Miss Joanne Burrows,
Hmm.
and they are very good. They are working very hard for the development of that community.
Fantastic.
To even accept where that community is not experiencing the kind of support from central government and more so from the local government minister because they're
Wow.
experiencing a lot of hardships there in terms of subvention. You're not getting subventions, so the counselors are not being paid and what have you.
Why are
And
they
so
getting?
their only source of revenue, sir, is that of garbage collection. That's all, and little sale of sand, which is not sufficient for the payment of salaries for workers at the township there.
I'm happy that you went there because I was gonna see. Let's talk about some of the challenges facing Mario. Why aren't the counselors and so on being paid there?
Why aren't they being paid?
Yes.
That's yes, sir, because they're not getting any subvention from central government.
Hmm. And
I
why is that?
figure that is a spiteful thing
Uh-huh.
because traditionally Maggio has been a strong supporter of the group APNU, and most of the voting population vote in favor of the APNU. So I think that that's one of the major reasons why they are being punished because they are not in support of the government.
Wow, folks, you see why we
Vote
have this program, uh, state of the region, because sometimes we're caught up with the national politics. We don't understand that the people on the ground, in the communities and the villages and the townships as well, are suffering in this country. And this is what is happening. Listen to what MP Richard Sinclair is telling us is happening in Madhya, the municipality of Madhya. All
and even as
because,
we
yeah,
speak,
great ahead,
even as
MP.
we speak, sir, the most of the contracts that are awarded award to people of a certain ethnicity as well as those who are perceived to be supporters of the government. Once you're perceived as being somebody who's not supportive of the government, well, then you suffer the consequences. As a teacher too, as a former teacher, former head teacher of that secondary school in the area too, I myself was punished because I'm perceived to be not supportive of the system that be.
Hmm. 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 Wow.
And in my hand here, I have some reports from the Finance Committee. That's May 23, 2022. I have from for the Regional Agriculture Committee, as well as I have also another report from the Education Committee. And let me just divert a little. For the agencies under finance, uh, the programs, agency, admin, public works, education delivery, health services, and agriculture, just an average of about 25% of the money that was budgeted for the region is spent so far. Just about for agency, 23%. Let me be specific.
Hmm.
For
Hmm.
agency, 23%. For
Hmm.
admin, 25%.
Hmm.
For public work, 21%. For education delivery, 24%. For health services, 19%. For
Hmm.
agriculture, 5%. Only 5%.
Hmm.
Let me to say this, sir. Public Works Minister was up there recently, and he decried the contractor who's working on the road from just outside of Madia to the airstrip and threatened to curtail the work and give the man an ultimatum of 1 month, whether rain or sun, to complete that work. And I don't know if that work is still working there.
Hmm.
But this is a state of affairs, sir. I guess maybe the Public Works Minister has in mind
Somebody
a
else.
contractor of his
Oh,
kind
I see. I
or
see. I
a
see.
supporter of his system
I see.
that they want to give the contract to
Hmm.
so that they can feed their lambs.
I see how it goes. I see how it goes. I see how it goes there. What are some of the other challenges that Mali had outside of what's happening there currently? You said the municipality has some challenges. You got some infrastructural
Well,
challenges. What else might obtain?
access road to Madia, sir, is from Linden to Maburo to what you say to Madia.
Hmm.
And that road was in a terrible state with this heavy rainfall. I myself have experienced traveling on that road and spent about 12 hours to get into Madia and
Hmm.
arriving there just before independence at flag raising from 10 in the morning. So those are some of the challenges, and that would add to the cost of things in Madia. Things are very expensive there, and things are the prices are skyrocketing all the time. and that's because of the cost it takes to take things in. So no matter how much they will claim, the government will claim that they will deduct taxes from fuel and what have you, it still is expensive to take fuel across the land to get to Majo, and when it gets here, the price almost doubles. Then, if people from the North Pacaraimans will do shopping in Maja, they have to buy the things at the price at Maja. So the price by the time it gets into North Pacaraima, it is double again. So that is a kind of experience that the ordinary
Wow.
people will be faced on time immemorial. As we speak, there's a flooding at El Paso, Chumachumari.
Mm-hmm.
And that's been an area too that is subject to a lot of what you call discriminatory practices, where people were selected to give grants and selected like the COVID grants, selected to give COVID grants, like in Maja, like in Campbelltown and elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And right now they're underwater. I think there's a team of persons there from Maja who's gone into too much to do some relief effort. I myself have gone to Food for the Poor this morning to see how we can get some more stuff to get into those communities. And we're catering for about 30 persons.
Oh boy. Oh boy. You know, Richard, you said based on the transportation needs and so forth, food items there are expensive. So one can just imagine with the high cost of living that obtains currently under the PPP, what some of those prices might be. Give us a sense of items there and cost that people in Madi and so on pay.
But permit me to say this. Like if one wants to have a breakfast from a shop in Mali, they will spend the least about $1,200. For lunch, you want a proper meal, you're gonna spend in excess of that.
Mm-hmm.
I myself do not shop in Mali. Personally, I do all my shopping in Georgia and I fetch my thing in.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not too careful about the prices of things there because I can't afford it.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can't afford it, I guess these single parents or people who cannot travel to come to Georgetown to do their basic thing, they're going to find it really, really challenging. And as we speak, most of the things people got to do will be centralized in Georgetown, which is a which is defeating the purpose for which the APNU coalition government had made that township for, to
Mm-hmm.
ensure that people can get their basic needs around the towns of the regions.
Wow. Wow. What's the what is the average? Let's say somebody who's traveling from Georgia by bus, perhaps to Mali. What's the average cost you're going to pay?
$10,000.
Wow.
And as how it is flooding now, you can only travel from Georgetown to Mango Landing. Then you have to you have to pay one price there now, which will allow for the actual 10,000 to fluctuate
Mm-hmm.
to get higher. Then
Mm-hmm.
you have to pay another price for crossing on a speedboat with your goods, and then you have to pay another price from the other side of the river into Madia.
Wow. Very
So that is what
interesting.
it's like as we speak today.
Dwayne Dolphin says $500 for an egg ball in Madia.
That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. But you see, I don't buy things like that in Madia, sir. I'd rather wake up in the morning and do my food prep, so I eat at home. And in fact, uh, after raising the man's bar in a particular school, soon after that I was asked not to be at that school. I had to go to another school. And then subsequently, after my contract was not renewed, I was asked for not to stay in the building. So I'm now living somewhere else in Madia
Mm-hmm.
as we speak.
So as part of them victimizing you, they did not renew your teacher's contract.
Yes, sir, as we speak. They
Oh,
didn't.
brother. A man who served as a head teacher in this country.
Yes, sir, from East Rhine Belt to Madia. I retired there. I went back there to teach.
Mm-hmm.
And then I taught an area that I didn't teach before. That's
Mm-hmm.
maths.
Mm-hmm.
So I was removed from the secondary to the primary school. I served in the primary school for 2 years, and then my contract was not renewed at the meeting of this state of affairs today.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm happy. I'm living somewhere else where I use my old motorcycle from Georgetown to move around Madia
Mm-hmm.
to do any work that I have to do.
Very interesting. You know, we're on this,
Like
but
JP work.
I heard you say that I heard you say that you taught at East Rhineville Secondary. I was made to understand that Kwame was a student there at some point.
Yes, sir.
What kind of student was Kwame at East Rhineville? If you don't mind me
I
asking.
thought he left St. John's College
Uh-huh. He could make it there.
and then was accepted there
Uh-huh.
so that he can work along there to get to do his CXC. And there's where he entered for a certain number and wrote a certain number.
Mm-hmm. How many subjects he wrote in CXC?
We can talk this off the records. One, sir. I think that's one he wrote.
He wrote one subject. Wow, wow, wow.
By
Interesting.
honest, I like he has a master somewhere. I don't know where.
Uh-huh. Interesting.
That's what I learned. He got a master. That's where he's working in the office of the prime minister or something like
Oh,
that.
I see. I see. From one sexy
So
subject.
I was in my mind. I was calculating most likely
Right.
he might have gone to university as a mature student
Oh, I
or
see.
did
I
some
see.
course somewhere.
I see. You see why this country got developmental issues? You know? But back to the subject at hand, Mr. Sinclair. Tell us how this
Pardon?
tell us how the flooding there in Maria currently affecting the citizens, and if anything at all is being done by the
I
government.
I'm I don't only the areas that's near to the creeks where the water is flowing up, but it wouldn't stay for long. You have flash floods in Madio.
Mhm,
But like in Chumachimari along the riverside, with this high tide, the water is gonna flood those people who are near along the riverbed on the shoreline. So that will be around for a little while. I
mhm,
think there's where our people have gone into Chumachimari, the area that's El Paso area, to us to see what help we can provide for those people and what support they can give to them. In the
mhm,
meantime, they're undergoing these uh, challenges. In fact, the phone that I'm using now, I had to clean out some viruses from it.
mhm,
There were some pictures sent to me, and I've lost those pictures because I had to clean out those. I had to rectify this phone this morning. But I will call back my chairman to see how I can get some more pictures from him
mhm,
about the flood and my deputy uh, mayor.
mhm. So they're getting some kind of relief.
As we speak.
Good, good, good. It's high time because a lot of folks from Mali have been complaining to us about the slothfulness of the administration in reaching them on time. And I think perhaps it's a time now
There's
to go right ahead.
not cutting you, sir. Not cutting you, sir. There's a minister that would normally be in there most weekends on state using state resources.
Doing what?
I'm not sure what she does, but she is a person, a particular minister that we had an issue with. Had
Uh-huh.
asked me at Parliament here, sir, well, Miss MP, Minister Mr.
Listen,
Sukai, when last you saw Mr. St. Clair in Malia?
listen
So I
to
said,
me.
sir, I use my own resources to get in there.
Mhm,
That
mhm,
minister is here every week.
mhm.
And then
And still
I
you got all
learned
these
once
problems?
there were some goodies that had gone in for people.
Hmm.
And those goodies should have been directed in a certain direction as far as she was concerned, the honorable minister.
Hmm.
But then the person on the ground, some council on the ground who was known to her, shared it as he felt like. And so I thought he might be shortchanged a little now because he is not obeying instructions.
Hmm. Wow. But that's
And
the
that's what something I
nature.
got on the ground.
That's the nature of them, Mr. Sinclair. In that it's friends, family, and favorites. You know,
That's
the
right.
hampers and so on don't ever be distributed with any kind of even-handedness. You know, it's who's your friend, is who votes for you, and so on. They get first preference,
That's right, sir.
and that's very sad to hear. That's very sad. And I'm surprised that you have a minister who's in there, and we see a lot of complaints that we get on a daily
Well,
basis.
one Guyana. Well,
Exactly.
about one Guyana. Even there are some lands that were sold on a particular REO. And I have encouraged some people from a community where I taught before in the quarantine to go and purchase land because they were there for a long time. Those lands are now coveted and given to friends and family under this administration. So I've encouraged people to hold strong and don't give in to any form of coercion.
Well, we're very happy you've done that. We're very happy you've done it because
And,
we know the pressures
and
of
at
the
our
people
last
here.
meeting, at the Congress House, that's about the 14th of is this month. Let me just check my notes. The 14th of this month.
Uh-huh.
Our people are willing to stand up and fight for their right. There was a parent here for a boy that I taught in school up there. He's saying that we've got to be very militant now about these things that's going on, so that we can get what we it's rightfully ours.
Yep, yep, yep. Because the resources of this country, as you know, belongs to all of us. It's not just some people. So only some people get
That's
in,
right. That's right.
right?
And that's how they select who should get things.
That's what we're hearing. One of the reports we have here that says, Mr. Sinclair, and maybe you can expand on this for us and our listeners, that across Region 8 in the township of Madia, residents are battling severe flash floods as creeks overflow their banks. Photos and videos posted on various social media platforms showed how devastating the flooding is for the Madia residents. Streets were swallowed up by the floods, even as some grocery shops were almost covered. Right, picking up this information out of Kaitra News, and they're saying that several small communities within Madia have also suffered. Shop owners have lost hundreds of thousands in stocks, while residents scamper to higher ground as water levels rose at a rapid pace. And the story was no different in some other places.
That's right, sir. That's right. Because even a student of mine, he has a shop. It was flooded at the last flood, and he had nothing to collect from this government. And I'm sure around this time, if there's a flash flood there where he is, where his shop is, he might suffer the same consequences. Because our Congress House is not far from where that young man's shop is. So I can attest to that fact.
You know what shocks me is that you know it seems that we aren't getting better at this in managing in any way. When it's moving to higher ground, moving these citizens out of harm's way, we know this area is perhaps prone to flash flooding. We know what climate change is doing, but we seem to be sitting they seem to be sitting on their hands as an administration.
And their eyes, and they are probably sitting with sunshades.
Yeah,
They're not
yeah,
seeing these things.
yeah, yeah.
Because there was a particular person that when I was a teacher, I I I tried to make some claims, and because of the way in which this thing unfolded, I stopped making claims. So I used from my salary to travel in and out for the longest while as a teacher, because I didn't want to go to them for them to tell me that the money that I actually spent in traveling is not right.
Hmm.
And then they were telling me I can't get it. So when I make a noise, then one of my student who is working in that particular area took my complaint to the particular person, and so I got the money saving except about $2,000.
You know what is striking true as we talk
What
is
before we go on,
go
there was
ahead.
a case where after I had retired, there was the region was supposed to provide me transportation out to the coast. It
Uh-huh.
didn't forthcome. I had to pay my way out, and it took me 3 years to get back my money.
How people can
And one of the officers met me at finance and said to me, "Oh, you're writing so person. Let me see if they're gonna pay you." But God would have it, sir, is that when I got back in as a retired AI teacher, my my friend had a problem with an officer in there, and so he said, "Let's go to the region." And when we were at the region's office, there were auditors there, and so they didn't want the auditors to know the games they were playing. So they took us into a private room and then instructed me that let me fill up back my form. I will get my money, and so that's how I got my money 3 years after it was spent.
Yep, yep. This is a tragedy with communities across this country. All you're hearing about is shore base and big house and
And
them
what have you
boys
on
building for
cases go by
themselves.
favors.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But this small man, nothing happening for them. Nothing happened for them.
Not
Nothing at
not
all.
not not on the ground, not on the
Right?
ground. Well, of course, it's this present man who was there is a person I had gone up and reached up there. And so I went to see him a day. And he said to me, "Oh, I welcome you. Oh, but you know that is a facade and that's a politicking. Because I know him very well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I would not go too near to him.
Yeah, yeah.
Because what I know he has done, he has brought back all the old followers he had, his trusted allies back with him in the region.
Well, we got the wheat and the tear shall grow together until the great day of judgment. You got the
That's
Jagabats to
right. That's
contend
right.
with, the trench crappos, the chiggers, the a lot of them you got to contend with until the great and terrible day of judgment. Richard,
That's right,
I
sir.
want to thank you for the time you spent with us. What do we say to the people of this country about what is happening? How do we move forward, Richard?
For me, I will say to them, like what the good book says, the wheat and tares must grow together until the day of harvest. Let them stay focused
Mm-hmm.
and stay together because the hand of God is going to come and there's going to be a deliverer.
Mm-hmm.
And the deliverer will come from us, the APNU.
Mm-hmm. I hope Guyana spectators hearing that. One of the persons in the comments and listening to the program. Richard Sinclair, again, thanks for the time spending with us here and letting us know what is happening, what's the state of the region, especially Region 8 there, Mahdi in particular, where several communities experiencing flooding and a lot of hardships. There's already hardships minus the flooding, and then when you add that, you just exacerbate
Thank you,
all of
Brother
it.
Sherrod. I look forward to a day when we can meet again to talk more things about
Great.
what's going on in Madia.
Definitely, sir. Thanks very much. Thank you.
And bye bye.
Have a great afternoon. Good. Folks, Richard Sinclair out of Madia talking to us there. And you heard for yourself what's happening. We don't have to sugarcoat. We don't have to make up stuff. Right? And we have decided to design Thursday programs like this because we hear so much about what's happening in the region. We want to bring it to you guys live and direct from the people themselves. From the people themselves. We want to bring it to you guys. There's a lot of foolishness happening. You want me to lie to you? That's the truth. Right? A lot of foolishness happening. And if you want to call it development, well then, one set of people getting it all the time. Right? One set of people getting it all the time. Personally, I don't like to look about on race and think about race. In my own blood, they got a lot of things flowing wrong. All the 6 peoples. But when you look and see what's happening in this country, it's frightening. It's frightening what's happening in this country. Right? And then there's only one set of people getting all the support. Right? One set of people making all the agreements. Getting all the agreements, getting all the support. One set of people. But some of y'all think we just big. Right? Some of y'all think we just big. That's the problem we have in here. I want y'all know we big, but we got sense. We big, my peoples, but we got sense. Donna David. That's the state of the region. Region 8, Madia in particular. We big, but we got sense. Candidly lean energy, says Nasa. Folks, share the live. Smash that emoji button for us. Let me get on the road. Altia Lane, good to see you. You don't get distracted, you know, Altia. Don't get distracted, you know. Some of them trolls being paid to distract. Don't get distracted. Hold on focus, Altia. When it understand. Susu. When I say Sue, y'all by start mouth to start trembling. Sue. Brenda Prophet. Naomi Drucker. Anne-Marie Selby. Candeline and the Jit. Frank Taylor Brown. Carol Jacobs. Rhonda Spencer Torn. Rhonda Lane. Where's Rhonda Lane today? Jenny's Booker. Folks, tomorrow is Talk Back Friday. So get yourself together. Get your subject and your verbs aligned. Took and came. right? Undot your T's and cross your I's. Tomorrow is Talk Back Friday, and I hope to hear from a couple of you. We're talking back. We in full sumo tomorrow. Sue. Hopefully by then they find Sue. Sue missing people. MIA. AWOL. The man gone, he missing. He has fled. He gone. Audrey Stevens, good to see you. Patricia Kissoon, Marlon Thomas. Ronald Hanover, good to see you. Margaret Nelson. Naomi Tucker. Good to have you folks. Beatrice Selby. Good to have you here, Beatrice. Erwin Don and Sheldon Wickham. Sheldon, how things by you? You outside or inside, Sheldon? Outside or inside? Good to have you folks. Anthony Christian. Right? At least they call me at Roses. Call me when went to Roses. Folks, Bridget Sinclair was a head teacher. Spent years teaching at East Rambelt Secondary. If he said X about a student who passed you there, believe him. Yeah. And just goes to show, you don't need CXC to make it in this life. And build $200 million house in Diamond and stuff. You don't need that. Huh? You don't need CXC in this country to be a minister. But you're going to understand why we got a lot of developmental challenges. You're going to understand why places like Madi and so on, they get any kind of support. Right? You understand why the sector that some of these people are in charge of not moving, not flourishing, stagnant. They ain't got the capacity. You go to school for a reason, you know. It's not just for mark time. It's not just daycare. There's a purpose. There's a purpose. Right? There's a purpose. You know? The Trinidadians sing, but jacket and tie is a big mama guy. It's when you see some people in jacket and tie, you think there's people. But then you hear from the former teachers and then you realize, you know, it's just hot here. Right? It's just hot here. But some of y'all time coming. God don't like ugly. God don't like ugly. So you know you got some serious challenges with some folks. He like ugly. Right? We gotta get some more teachers coming on this program. Exposing some of y'all intellectual deficiencies. Colin Bardwell. We below the belt, folks. We below the belt. If you can't take it below the belt, don't come in this program. John Graves Andy. It's all Allen and little Kenrick. Candy Lilleen. Candy so dragged you under the bed. You looking for Sue? People speak to under the bed too? Lado. Folks. Romy Leander. Shelley DeRidder. It's all the Ers. Daphne Aaron, good to have you folks. Rochelle and all you other great, fantastic, lovely people. That's going to do it for us at this end, guys. We're going to see you guys back here at 8 o'clock this evening. Hopefully by then Sue is found and is thrown out. Promises. Promises to throw Sue out. Promise to make sugar great again. You know. Promise to give the public sector workers 50% raise and so on. Promises. Right? Peroxide Photoshop. Vice News Photoshop the living room. Here's the story. Lord. Photoshop the living room. It wasn't so. Right? That's our time, folks. That's our program. Lizzie Simon, Chris Kippins, Yvonne Ramasar. Good to see you folks. Good to have you guys here. We're going back this evening. Take care. Remember, share the damn live. Smash the emoji button, guys. Smash the emoji button. And also, guys, also, partner with us. Keep our programs going. We're available via Zelle, PayPal, Cash App, MMG, MoneyGram, Western Union as well, folks. Available via all of those platforms. We want to keep the work going, keep moving. Thanks for your support. Thanks for your love. You need to find out a little bit more about how you can support us in this way. 627-6963. That's not only our WhatsApp number, it's our MMG number as well. WhatsApp us. We give you guys some guidance. Thanks for joining us. Over and out from this end. Stay safe, guys. Stay safe. See you guys at 8. That's it. We're out.